Hi fellas. I guess for parents and people who take care of children, it's a lot of relief that schools are about to resume, as you can get a break from children running around the house and causing a lot of trouble. However, the other concern that exists is that as children resume school, there appears to be a surge in children taking ill, especially with upper respiratory tract infections and some more worrisome infections, sometimes requiring the children are hospitalized or placed on intravenous and oral medications. So what can you do as a parent to reduce the incidence of this happening to your child? Let's have a quick gist. Now, children, particularly those under the age of 5, have immune systems that are still learning. The body's foot soldiers, the white blood cells, are being trained to recognize different germs and develop armory against them in case such enemies attack again at a later time. Now, having spent a lot of time at home, these children's bodies have, grown kind of familiar to germs around the home and can keep them from causing illness. However, on return to schools, the children begin to share germs, and the respective immune systems of these children have to start the learning process all over again. Now, this explains the reason why it's not uncommon, to have these events occur, especially in the first few weeks of school resumption. There are, however, a few things we can do as well as teach our children to reduce how frequently they are affected. Now, first, it's our responsibility to strive, even in difficult times, to ensure that our children have healthy diets. You want to cut down on junk food, home-cooked food as much as possible, and as nutritious as possible is preferred. Now, this would imply doing the best you can to ensure that their meals are not packed full of just carbohydrates and processed foods such as noodles, pasta, or just white rice, with stew. They need the proteins, they need the fruits and vegetables, so do your best as parents and guardians to see to this. Secondly is the importance of teaching our children to wash their hands repeatedly, not only after they have finished using the toilet. Don't get them hysterical about germs, but help them understand that keeping their hands clean helps to keep them healthy. Hence, after playing, if they feel they've gotten their hands dirty, after sneezing or coughing, they should, within acceptable limits, wash their hands, preferably with soap and water, but at the minimum, with water if soap is not immediately within reach. Very importantly is also to teach them to cough or sneeze into their elbows like this, rather than cough into their palms or into handkerchiefs. Doing the latter, increases the tendency that they will transmit germs. Also, ensure that your children get all the needed vaccinations and booster doses. Now, not all vaccines are available on the National Program for Immunization schedule, though most of the important ones are. If you can afford the paid ones, they can give some added benefits, so please, by all means, get them. Also, this is not a time to start loading these children with antibiotics, antimalarials, and other medications prescribed and dispensed by you. Some of the infections these children come down with are viral infections, and they will need no special treatment but to take care of the symptoms. I understand you don't like the idea of frequenting hospitals or health centers, but please, for the sake of your children and our collective good, stick to simple over-the-counter symptom relief medications such as paracetamol, antihistamines as the first port of call. And once symptoms are persisting or becoming alarming in over a day, please get the child checked out for proper diagnosing and treatment. Finally, do not panic. If there's nothing fundamentally wrong with your child's immune system, the defense system fights off a good percentage of those germs unaided. And in general, whether the body's immune system needs help or not, the immune system is basically learning how to keep your children's bodies healthier as they grow. So your children are going back to school, ensure that they have a healthy diet, ensure that you teach them to wash their hands frequently, ensure you teach them to cough into their elbows rather than into their palms or into a handkerchief. And if they do take ill, use initial symptomatic relief such as tepid sponging and antipyretics such as paracetamol, or antihistamines where the need arises. However, if the symptoms persist or are getting alarming in a day or two, please take them to the nearest healthcare center, have them checked out, and they'll be fine. Happy resumption to parents and their children. Bye.